Hey everybody, it's me, Mattspurs, and welcome to another video. Welcome to a new season of football. The Premier League returns, and today, in this new video for this new season, I'm going to go through, I'm going to update you all on Tottenham Hotspur and give you some predictions. So, let's start with the new signings. So during the summer, during the summer and up to now, because the transfer window is still open, I think for another month at least, because I think the transfer window closes in October. Maybe one of you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe until the next international window, I think the transfer window is still open. So there's still 3 or 4 weeks where Spurs can make potential signings, which probably will be a striker. Fingers crossed, right? Anyway, so far Spurs have made 3 key signings, I think, to the squad. The first person who came through the door is Pierre-Emile Højbjerg, who was the captain at Southampton last season. Captain of Southampton, I think definitely someone we need in our building, because Premier League experience, captain material, and a defensive midfielder, which is probably what we've been crying out for a long time. And with Pierre in the team, hopefully it will allow us to release some more of our creative players like Ndombele, again fingers crossed, Lo Celso, and Harry Winks. I like Harry Winks, so I like Harry Winks, so hopefully it will allow Harry Winks to play in a more natural position for him. I don't think he's really a good defensive midfield player, but I know he's been training there under Jose Mourinho with Harvey White, so maybe we'll see Harry Winks again in a defensive midfield position, but I think Pierre is someone who is experienced in that role in the Premier League and will definitely improve our team, our first 11 and our squad, in my humble opinion. I think he had the number 1 ball recoveries or stats, something like that, last season in the Premier League. So definitely will help our team. The second person through the door, ex-Premier League champion Joe Hart, 75 caps for England, another experienced player, come to keep Hugo Lloris and Paolo Gazzaniga on their toes. It's good to have 3 good, decent goalkeepers at our club, especially with the incredibly difficult fixture list that we've got coming up in September. I think for the first 2 or 3 weeks of the season, we've got like 3 or 4 games every week, so definitely all 3 of the goalkeepers will be used. I wouldn't be surprised if it was Hugo Lloris in the Premier League, Joe Hart in Europa League, Paolo Gazzaniga in the Carabao Cup. Wouldn't surprise me at all. I wouldn't be surprised if all 3 played some minutes in the opening week of in the opening weeks of the season. So he's definitely a good addition to the dressing room. And again, experienced guy, won trophies. Mostly, of course, at Manchester City, but since he left Manchester City, I think he's been going downhill. But hopefully at a club like ours, another big club, he can get back to his best. But I only expect him to be either number 2 or number 3 at Spurs, behind Hugo Lloris. And the third player through the door, finally a relief, Matt Doherty, signed from Wolverhampton Wanderers. Scored a lot of goals last season. I was just looking at some of his stats. He scored 4 goals and had an incredible amount of shots. Like when I compared the shots with Serge Aurier, he took like 10 times as many shots as Serge Aurier. So he's definitely someone who has an eye for goal. But in terms of all the other stats, they're pretty equal. However, I don't think Matt Doherty will give me a heart attack whenever the ball is in our penalty box, like Serge Aurier. And if you've watched the All or Nothing documentary, when Jose Mourinho turns around in the dressing room to Serge Aurier, sorry if you haven't watched it, but this is what he says. He says, I'm afraid of you because I'm afraid you're going to give away a shit penalty because of VAR. Exactly my feeling. I'm glad Jose, we have the same opinion. So it's good to have a good right back. It's good to have two good right backs. I hope Serge stays, but I think he'll go eventually to raise some funds for maybe a striker. But we will see. So those are the three guys through the door. Next signing probably is going to be a striker. If you've seen the Twitter feed of the Spurs official Twitter recently, I think every other comment, whenever they post anything, is like, sign a striker, we need a striker. So I think they're listening. Jose Mourinho, in his press conference today, he also mentioned that he expects to sign a striker and will definitely have a striker by the end of the transfer window. So could have to wait another few weeks for that, but I think we definitely need one through the door, because as soon as Harry Kane is injured, again another Jose quote, and also I agree, we are fucked. So we definitely need a backup striker. Lots of talk today with Polish guy called Milik from Napoli, but they want 30-something million and he's in the last year of his contract. Do I see Daniel Levy paying that? No. So what I have heard, in a few months, maybe around December, we can go into a pre-contract talk with him and sign him for a free transfer, but from next season. And to be honest with you, I think with that guy, it's probably more than likely. But what I have just seen, actually, just a few minutes before coming and doing this video, is we are linked with Troy Deeney. And that's a signing I'm expecting. So to see that, I know a lot of fans are like, oh, a year ago we were talking about Paulo Dybala, now we're talking about Troy Deeney, but that's what I expect. I am expecting Troy Deeney or someone like that. Someone near the end of his career or some young guy. And we got rid of Troy Parrott. Well, we didn't really get rid of him, but he's gone on loan to Millwall. So, yeah, Troy Deeney is definitely a Jose kind of striker, I think. But he's not going to score many goals, but maybe he can hold up the ball and do a little bit of the work that Fernando Llorente did. Again, I wouldn't mind Fernando Llorente back either, but we'll see. We'll see on that front. So I wouldn't be surprised about that either. So those are the new signings and potential signings. Outgoings, not too much. Like I said, Troy Parrott's gone on loan to Millwall. Good luck to him. Hopefully he scores loads of goals and comes back for next season. And Ollie Skippy has gone to Norwich for the season as well, which means I think Harvey White will come more into the team now. But of course now with Højbjerg coming in, we've got Højbjerg, Winks, Lo Celso, Sissoko, all that can play in this midfield area. So I doubt Skippy would have got many minutes anyway, but maybe Harvey White is a better player who can come in for a Carabao Cup game every now and then. Because I expect Sirkin, Harvey White to play every Carabao Cup game basically, especially at the beginning of the season. Wouldn't surprise me at all. And and so those are it. But yes, of course, Danny Rose has been linked with a move to Genoa. Sadly, not Milan, but it looks like he'll be getting close to Milan, because I have seen that Genoa, that's the team, Genoa, I'm not sure on the pronunciation of the team name, but could be heading there. And if he does go there, good luck to him. Danny Rose, fantastic left back in his day, with Kyle Walker on one side, Danny Rose on the left. That Spurs team who wore this shirt, great, one of the great Spurs teams that I've ever seen. So good luck to him. Where do I expect us to finish this season? I think if we buy a backup striker and maybe another player, maybe I really would love a left back to compete with Ben Davis or even take his place, because Ben Davis, I love Ben Davis, but is he Champions League quality? Not really, but I like Ben Davis, but maybe we need a better one, or maybe another attacking midfield player maybe. But we've already got Lamela, Bevin, Ali, Lucas, Son in those positions, so doubt it really. And we've also got Jack Clark, who has been given a squad number, so I guess he's staying and he's going to be around the team. But again, I'm expecting Jack Clark to be Carabao Cup games maybe and a substitute appearance in the Europa League. That's about it. I mean, what do you think? Where do you think Spurs will finish? To be honest with you, if we finish in the top six, it'd be a decent season. I think if we finish top six with a trophy, fantastic season. But if we can't win a trophy, we'd need top four. So I would take sixth place with a trophy. Yeah, I expect it to be Europa League or FA Cup. I think we'll probably play youth team in Carabao. Just because the way the season has opened, I think Jose would have liked to have attacked all of the cups. But because of the fixture list, I doubt we can go Premier League, fly to foreign country, come back and play a Carabao Cup game, and then have another Premier League game at the weekend. I don't see that happening at all. So, I don't think we'll win the Carabao Cup. I wouldn't be surprised if we put out our youth team and get beat by Plymouth or Orient. I wouldn't be surprised. But you never know. Maybe we'll find a gem. I wouldn't be surprised if that happened. So Europa League and a sixth place finish. I'd love that. That would be a great season for me. But if no trophy, fourth place. We've got to go for fourth. We need the Champions League to keep players like Kane around. Kane, 27, 28 years old. He's not going to be here forever if we don't start winning. Luckily, we've got a manager who's proven winner. We've got the manager, we've got the stadium. We just need a fucking good team, right? And what I would say to the players is the same as what I've seen in the All or Nothing documentary so far, which for me, before watching it, I was like 50-50 Jose Mourinho. I'm probably now more 75% in favour of Jose. The mentality was fucking crap, weren't it? Because no wonder every time we got to a semi-final or a final when we fucked it up because we couldn't get over that line. I mean, under Pochettino, we played fantastic football, wonderful, beautiful football, but when we got to an FA Cup semi-final or a Carabao Cup final or a Champions League final, we lost every single time. And that hurt a lot every single time. And now you know because the mentality was shocking. Jose Mourinho's come in and seen it and is like, you guys are nice. You're a bunch of nice guys. Like Ben Davies. Ben Davies is a nice guy. But they need to be a bunch of bastards, really, don't they? And that's what I want to see against Everton. I want to see a bunch of fucking bastards who are aggressive on the ball, want to play football and win. And I want us to go into every game wanting to win. Because if we can do that, that means we can win a trophy. I mean, watching Jose Mourinho's press conference today, and I'll do another Everton video, probably that'll come out tomorrow. But watching his press conference has impressed me as well because he knows that he's got a good squad. We just need to have more confidence, have a better mentality, and we can do some crazy things because we're underdogs. If you look at a lot of the pundits now, it's either Liverpool, Man City for the title, and Chelsea and Manchester United for third or fourth. No one thinks we're going to finish in the top four, so we're going to be a little bit of underdog this season, and maybe that will help us, less pressure. But we've got to go for it. We've got to try and get in the top four. We've got to play like fucking cunts, and if we can do that, then I think we can get in. You see, Jose, I've been converted. But anyway, that's the season preview. Do you have any thoughts on this season? What do you think will happen? Are we going to have a crap season? Or do you think we're going to have a fucking great season? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. And if you haven't done so already, you must subscribe. But anyway, come on you Spurs.